Yeah. Welcome to When I Fell in Love with Hip Hop STL. Yeah, welcome to When I Fell in Love with Hip Hop STL. I'm your show host, Israel Picasso. We tune in live from St. Louis, Missouri. Today's guest is Trey Banz, born in
what up?
Kalamazoo, Michigan. Am I correct?
Facts.
Okay. And raised in Atlanta, Tennessee, right?
Facts.
Okay, facts. Okay. I appreciate
you did your homework.
Yeah. I appreciate you accepting this invite, to the platform and shit, man. This podcast is strictly to raise the vibrational frequency of hip hop. You feel me?
For sure. Appreciate you for having me, man. It's lit.
Yeah, it's all good. All right, with that being said, I want to jump right in the interview. I want to ask you, how was it for you growing up in Atlanta, being, you was born in Michigan and shit, and traveling to Atlanta, Tennessee. How was that for you? Like, can you tell the crowd your experience?
It was cool, like a little back and forth, just between parents. So, like, for Christmas and summers, I'd be with my pops, and then, like, during the school year, I was with my moms, you know what I'm saying?
Okay.
But typical family household, like, you know what I'm saying? My parents ain't really let me do too much until I was, like, in my teenage years. So, just they was grinding, working, and I was going to school. So, just typical.
Right. So you ain't like too much getting involved like in the street life or none of that shit?
Not till I got like a little earlier. Like when I was younger, I was really just going to school, being a kid. But when I got older, like high school, and started seeing people get money, I'm like, I gotta get some too. You know what I'm saying? So
real shit.
That's pretty much how that went.
Okay. I read the interview where they was talking about actually it was a little article where you said you grew up into R&B and you fell in love with the culture real early and shit, and you formed a group, a singing group. Like, can you talk about that? How that happened?
Well, I mean, I was just younger, so I could sing, and then I had a couple of guys I was going to school with, and so we all was like, hey, let's do a group, you know what I'm saying? And it turned out being a good thing. So we started traveling, and all the little girls just chased after school, and then I hit puberty, and so that singing was kind of fading, you know what I'm saying? So
yeah,
I started writing poetry, and I started going to different freestyle battles and just battling everybody, and I was winning a lot. And then I wrote a song for my school for this report that I was supposed to be doing, and the song kind of just was like a hit. So that's where I was like, I'm a rap. That's what I'm gonna do.
Okay. Do you remember the first rap that you ever wrote?
Yeah, something like that.
You want to spit a couple little bars real quick, or you ain't fucking with it? Hey, just taking them back. This, cause you heard now. This. You done went through your journey and shit. You trying to get,
See, the last interview I did, they made me do the same thing. So I'm gonna let this one go this time.
Yeah, you ain't with that shit. You ain't got to. It's all good. All right.
Sure.
Who was a artist you looked up to, growing up and shit, like as you came from Atlanta, or it could be from Atlanta, Tennessee, goddamn me, Michigan?
I was listening to like Lil Wayne, you know what I'm saying, T.I. And my pops was always in the old school, so like Earth, Wind and Fire, Ice Cube, you know what I'm saying. He also like rocked, so like 3 Doors Down, 3 Days Grace. Like I was into all type of music, you know what I'm saying. Like that's just what I always did.
Okay. Can you give us an insight on what was it like for you to perform at the Piston game? How did you pull that shit off? How you get a chance? That shit crazy. I ain't heard of no rappers like and you nigga, you ain't famous yet, nigga. You doing some shit motherfucker I love to do. You hear me? How you pull that shit off?
Well, shout out to my manager, man. My manager really worked hard, man, on building the brand and just building everything that we trying to do. And so my song went viral on TikTok, and so it's got a lot of traction. And so, you know, with having a viral track, you know, you can kind of open a couple different doors. And then my shout out to all my Instagram followers, that's been going up. So I'm at like 40K. And so just, you know, with everything just climbing and on the rise, the way it's moving, like I just been able to open a lot of different doors and things like that.
Okay. Yeah, damn, that's crazy. You went viral and shit. That's wild.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, I want to ask you another question before we get into everything else. I want to ask you, how did you fall in love? Like, what made you say, "Damn, it was it for me"? Because I gotta ask you that's the main, you know, essence of the show.
I mean, I always did entertainment. So like I said, even from my singing group, like I was always entertaining. Like this is just something I was meant to do. And so there was never a plan B for me. You know what I'm saying? I always was chasing this dream. I was always chasing music. So as I never had a plan B. So to anybody that's, you know what I'm saying, trying to do it, like you got to stay consistent and you got to be all in. You can't be in the streets. You can't be selling. You can't be none of that. You got to be 100% into the music. You know what I'm saying? Or it's not going to work.
Yeah. Okay. That's real. That's real. All right. How did you feel when you had a chance to be on the different radio stations and shit, like the local ones and all the ones you got a chance to be on? Like, I know that was a crazy feeling, like, damn, me coming from this, you know, and transitioning to that, you know what I'm saying? I know there gotta be some real, you know.
Well, I mean, like it was each podcast, each interview, each everything, like it's just a blessing for me. Like the more that I'm able to rise and the more people that's reaching out to me that want to do interviews and do, you know, allow me to be on their platforms is a blessing. So all of them was major to me. All of them was big. I don't care if it's 2 people, 3 people. I don't care. Like it's always a blessing and it's major to me regardless of the fact. So I'm always thankful for sure.
Yeah. Hey, that's a humble ass answer you just gave, man. That's real shit. It's always good to stay humble like that, you know? Real shit.
Facts. Your signal kind of.
You there?
Fact.
All right.
Yeah.
I heard the record Who That. That motherfucker was crazy. You definitely know how to put the words together. You definitely got the format together. You definitely got this hip hop shit under wraps. Now I want to ask you, how did you put that motherfucker together and who produced it?
Who That was just one of them tracks that I was kind of in the mode where I was gonna make a lot of fun, you know what I'm saying, kid music that, you know, they could turn up to and dance to and all of that. And so shout out to Rita Vinci, that's my boy, you know, that's my brother. He already kind of been doing his thing with a group called JKT and they was growing and on a rise. And so you know, just reached back out to him. I was moving with JKT back in the day. And so just reaching back out to them, just like, hey, I got a buzz right now. Let's do something. And so that's pretty much just how it came about. And then the producer at the time, I was with my old label so I had to buy myself out my last contract. So I really don't know the producer at the time. That song is the only song that I didn't buy the masters to and got back. So I let that stay with the label. So I'm not sure.
You there?
Hello?
Yeah, I'm here. Yeah, what happened? Why you had
signal kind of fade? I don't know if it's mine or.
Yeah, I think it's you. I'm good over here. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Hold on.
Yeah.
I'm trying to get a signal back because I don't know if it's your signal.
No, I'm good over here. Man, what's going on? You there? Trey. Yo. We are having technical difficulties. I don't know what's going on. I think Trey shit going a little bad right now. Yeah, you there? You there?
You there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay, there we go. All right, I think it's better.
All right, yeah. It's all good. You know, shit happened. What happened with the why you had to buy yourself out your contract though?
Well, I was just in the up and coming label. And shout out to Charles Trumbull because that's still the big homie. Um, but we just sometimes business relationships just grow apart. You know what I'm saying? And so, shout out to them and the big homie and everybody. And so, I was on a different path, trying to move at a different speed, and it just, I be.
Yeah, real shit, real shit, real shit. All right. How did you come up with the concept for the record Tetris? And what made you want to call it that? Like, was it something that what I'm saying that drove you to call it Tetris?
Um, I don't necessarily know if it was something that necessarily. I don't really know how I came up with the name for it, but we was going to this event, this kickball tournament, right? And so they
Yeah.
asked us to bring the speakers and all this stuff. And so my boy was driving across the park um, with the speakers or whatever in the car. And so this little girl just had ran out and ran in front of the car. So he hurried up and braked, didn't hit the little girl or nothing like that. And so, he went to the mom, apologized to the mom or whatever, and they just kind of, everything was cool. So I guess the dad showed up out of nowhere and like he just started snapping, going crazy on my boy. So I
Yeah.
had to turn up, so I turned up like, nah, not my partner, you know what I'm saying? So
Oh man.
anyway, and so pretty much that's how Tetris pretty much came around. So if you listen to the lyrics, it's kind of a diss track. So you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, okay. Yeah, we definitely gonna play that before we get up out of here, man. That shit sound crazy too, man. That shit real crazy. I heard you got a reality TV show on the way. What the fuck is up with that? Like, how you doing all this shit, man? You putting together a lot of shit, man. Like, what's going on?
Yeah,
Talk to the
shout out to
world.
Netflix. Yeah, shout out to Netflix. We got a series that's gonna be coming out called Becoming Royal. So yeah, we just finished writing. I just finished writing the first season to that. Me and my boy Mike. So shout out to Mike. And we just was just being able to bless, and they like what they heard and like what I was doing, and so yeah, that's pretty much how that pretty much all came to work. And so now it's just a matter of getting it all in production and things like that at this point.
Okay. That's cool. Yeah, we definitely gonna look out for that, man. We definitely gonna have you come back on the platform and express that a little bit more. Uh,
Looking
You
forward to it.
also
Facts.
played in a movie, man, called Pimpin' Ain't Dead, man. Like, you doing a lot of shit that artists ain't doing, man. How you doing all this shit, man? Your management must be A1 Perico. For real.
Facts. As I said, shout out to my manager, man. She keep me working and keep me moving. So as long as I'm dropping music and everybody feeling it, I mean, like I said, the door is pretty much just open, what I'm saying, for itself. And so my manager, she always on the phone all day, every day of the week. Like if you ever get a chance to meet her or anybody that meet her, she literally stay on the phone. That's what she do. So she always marketing, pushing, trying to get us in the best situation. So shout out to her, you know what I'm saying? It's definitely her.
Okay. What was it like for you, man, though, being on the scene, like with them lights, camera, action? Like, how did you always have a passion for that shit?
Hell no.
Yeah. He said,
Hell
no, that
no.
shit just some shit that happened.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like I wasn't really trying to do the acting thing and all that. I really just all about the music. And my manager, she is always pushing me to do different things and do new things. And so that's just pretty much how that came about, just stepping into a different lane. Which, like I said, that's what came about. From my series came with that too. So it was just all a blessing just to be able to put all them different type of things together.
Okay. What you think that you got that you gonna bring to the table that other rappers ain't doing? Like, I don't even want to say rappers, I want to say artists, because you showing that you're an artist, you can do more shit than regular motherfuckers. You will broaden your situation, So
Yeah,
what you
I'm
bringing to
just
the table?
I'm an entertainer, you know what I'm saying? I'm not even the best rapper alive, none of that, you know what I'm saying? I entertain, I make turned up,
This is the
fun, lit
entertainment
music,
business. That's what
you
they
know what I'm
need to
saying?
understand. You gotta entertain. Yeah.
Facts. And so yeah, so just that's what I do. I entertain. What was the question? Where we was going with that?
No, I was basically asking what you bringing to the table, but shit,
Oh, okay.
it's showing already. Shit, you showing you in movies, you in all type of shit, you doing all type of shit. So I see what you bringing to the table already.
Just
So
drive,
I'm
man,
going
to be
to
honest. It's just
the
drive, you know what I'm saying? To be honest with you, just pushing yourself and You just got to keep driving forward. I guess that's pretty much what separate me from everybody else is I'm gonna keep going. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna put the bag behind me. You know what I'm saying? I ain't worried or waiting on nobody to give me the money to go to this place and do these things and build my fan base. Like, no, that's why I said you got to be all in, because you know what I'm saying, that feature or that big show could be the next day. You know what I'm saying? You got to be ready to fly. You got to be ready to go. And so, you know, that's really what it is. I got more drive pretty much than a lot of everybody else, and I'm willing to invest in myself.
That's real. That's real. Okay, where can we find your music streaming? Where can they find your music streaming? I know where to find your shit, but they need to know where to find your shit and what projects you working on.
You can catch me on all platforms. Type in Trey Banz. If y'all want to catch me on Instagram, type in ROTN_Trey Banz. And if you type in ROTN_, you're gonna find, you know, all the artists in the camp. You're gonna find my DJ. You're gonna find some everybody. That's, you know, revolved around me. So, yeah, that's what it is. You can find me on all platforms. TREYBANZ.
Okay. What can artists do if they want to feature or whatever? If they like, you know, want to book you, feature, all of that good shit.
Definitely hit my manager or hit me on Instagram. But you can definitely for sure. I'm gonna have to. I don't even know right off bat what my manager Instagram is. She got ROTN_ under hers too. So yeah, definitely just type in Trey. And if I talk to you directly, or I'm gonna send you to my manager. You know what I'm saying? I'm not one of those type of artists that's not gonna talk back or not say what up. So you can always hit me directly for sure.
All right, for sure, for sure. Now I know you got a couple sponsors. I heard you got sponsors and shit. Do you want to shout out your sponsors before we get out of here?
Man, I got too many in it. I always get asked all the time. So shout out to all my sponsors, because if I get to name them, they're gonna be left out and all that good stuff. So I ain't gonna get to yelling names and all that. But shout out to all the sponsors that's been backing me. For sure. You guys will see a lot of them in like a bunch of different music videos and things I'm about to have coming out, things like that. Getting a chance to see all my sponsors. So that'll be like that'll be how you guys get to see them.
Okay.
A lot of things are gonna come.
All right, most definitely. How did it feel having your face on a motherfucking billboard though? I seen the billboard. You on a billboard, man. That shit crazy.
Yeah, I've been on a few different billboards, man, but the one in Times Square was really like the one that's like, okay,
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? I'm
that
doing
makes you
something.
feel like,
So
yeah, I'm doing this shit for a reason.
yeah, facts. So yeah, just definitely the drive and seeing that, words can't even explain, bro. It was crazy. It's crazy.
Yeah. All right, shit. We finna get out of here in a second, but I gotta ask your top 5, man. Top 5 dead or alive.
Pac, Yo Gotti,
Okay.
You gotta have Wayne.
Okay.
You gotta have Tip. And who would I put last? That's tough. Last, I'm gonna go with Jeezy.
Okay, that's a nice little top 5 too on me. That's a nice little top 5, man. For sure. Yeah. Shit, you got
Dang, and then I
anything you want
left
to
out
say?
Guwap. You gotta have Gucci in there too somewhere, and then gotta have the big Guwap. You know what I'm saying?
It wouldn't be no Atlanta without Gucci.
Gotta have
wouldn't be no
Guwap,
Atlanta
man.
without Gucci.
Facts.
For real. All right, shit, man. You want to say anything before we get out of here?
Man, shout out to you. Shout out to your whole station, your whole everything that you got going on, man. Shout out to my team, my camp, my manager. Shout out to everybody that's just working with me, my sponsors. Shout out to my girls basketball team. You know what I'm saying? They getting ready to start killing and doing their thing this season.
Girls basketball team, man.
Yep, for sure.
That's dope. That's dope.
Yep, and then I got a pro team we about to hopefully be bringing out soon too, called the Detroit Angels. So we got a pro team, an ABA team that's gonna be. Honestly, we was undefeated these past 2 years, but our first game of the season we just took our first L. So we on the bounce back. We 0-1 right now.
Okay, it's all good. It's all good. It's all good. Well, shit, we
Yeah,
finna get
man.
out of here. This is another episode of When I Fell in Love with Hip Hop STL. I'm your show host, Israel Picasso. We tuning live from St. Louis, Missouri. We out of here.